Now, the other one I wanted to discuss with you is the financial requirement. I'm not sure if, some people still ask me questions about the financial requirement. If you're sponsoring, if you're applying for a spouse visa, if you're applying for, your child to join you in the UK, if you're a British citizen or settled person. What I have to emphasize is that it's really, really important that when you make application under this for settlement to come to the UK, it's mandatory. When I say mandatory, if you don't comply with it, there's no point applying. Okay, you can apply, but you take a complete gamble of having your application refused. So if your sponsor, if you or your sponsor is not earning the required amount, which is £18,600 per year before tax. Okay, this is not after tax, before tax. So this is before all the deductions are taken away from your salary, but that's per year. Okay, we're not talking about per month, but per year. So £18,600 per year before tax. If you calculate it, let me use my calculator. That works out. 1 second. Just so we're quite clear. So 18,600 before tax divided by 52 weeks. That works out £357.69. Okay, so let's round it off. You need to be earning before tax. Okay, this is before deduction. £360 per week. Okay, so you need to be earning that. If you're not earning it, make sure, if you need to prepare, because it's not like if you're earning, if you're not complying with it now, and you want to sponsor your child, or your child who has been in the Philippines or your home country for the last 10 years, and they're just about to become 18, so that means you can't apply if they turn 18. If you only have few months and you realize that your income is not actually sufficient to sponsor them, then there's no point. So that's why with this financial requirement, you really need to prepare. You really need to check, when am I going to sponsor? When am I going to apply for my child or for my spouse to come to the UK? And how many months do I have to prepare before I can actually show that I'm earning this amount of money? So you have to prepare like 6 months in advance. If you are earning now, if you've been in with the same employer for the last 12 months, then that's fine, and you're earning over £360 per week before tax, then you comply with the requirements, no problem. You can only just go back 6 months. Okay, so you calculate 6 months. If you calculate the 6 months earning, and it works out that it's £360 per week, then you comply with the requirements. But with that, you also need to supply 6 months worth of bank statements and 6 months worth of pay slips. So you comply with the requirements. But if you don't, like for example, like you change employers, and there's a gap between your employment. For example, 3 months ago you changed job, and there was a gap of let's say 2 weeks, and you weren't earning for that 2 weeks, but then you have to make up. You still have to calculate. So you don't want you don't want to wait like 3 months down the line, realizing that you haven't really prepared for the financial requirement. Okay, so it really requires preparation, and it's better that you calculate your salary, you check your payslip, whether you comply, check with the lawyer if that's a correct amount that you need to show that you're earning the right amount of money before you supply with before you apply for your spouse, for your partner, or for your child to come to join you in the UK. And that's the same for renewal. Okay, but I would not go through the renewal because you've already done the first application. I think that's the main thing. Once you comply with the first application, then the renewal will just be a straightforward application. So that's another one.